Recently, I did a test on a 2019 Ford F350 with the 6-speed and the PowerStep. Today, I have a 10-speed and a PowerStep. Now, this truck may not be available when I post this video because it's such a nice build, but be sure to look up Larry H. Miller Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. Beautiful truck. I've never seen this interior color before. It looks really good. So here are the numbers on the door. You guys can see the rear gross axle rating is 7,230 pounds. Gross fuel rating is going to be 12.4. And the truck has 3,928 pounds of payload. And this truck has around 50,000 miles. I think it's like 52,000. Yeah, 52,254. And because it's 2022, you have all the upgraded screens. I'm already hooked up. We're just gonna do the towing test in this video. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out the trailer. This truck does have a Class 5 receiving hitch, 3-inch receiver too, by the way, and is rated for 21,000 pounds, 2,100 pounds of hitch weight. This is 1,600 pounds of hitch weight, so we're pretty much there. And because I already have that weight on the truck, you guys can see those overloads. They're pretty close, but not quite yet. Connected, 48-gallon tank, 28-foot trailer, about 10,000 pounds rounded off. Let's go ahead and get down the road. Let's go ahead and head over to the interstate. I gotta reset the trip one here in a second. I try to do it in the exact same spots when I do it, but sometimes it always doesn't work out. Now, oh man, having the longer wheelbase, that will always be a big factor for towing. I know a lot of times people don't like the look of a long bed truck, but if you ever towed with one, you will instantly know why it's beneficial for towing. That longer wheelbase you get, and this truck has a 48-gallon fuel tank, so Ford gives you a little extra benefits from having the longer bed. So it's definitely worth it. And if you don't like the way it looks, throw some 37s on it. It always looks better. Now this truck does have some Discoverer tires, the Cooper Discoverers. I'll have to show that to you guys at some point in the video, but let's go ahead and reset the fuel economy here. This should be a good spot. Now in the last video I did with the diesel, I think we got like 8.2 MPG, and I want to say the gas engine wasn't far behind with the 7.3. It was a 2022 truck as well, just like this one is. And, or maybe that was a 2021. That might have been a 2021 with the 7.3. But this truck has the big horsepower, big torque, over 1,000 pound-feet. You'll hear that in a second. And I love this interior. Like if I were to buy a truck, this is the type of interior I like. It's not quite red. It's like a, well, it's very red, honestly. It's like a, what's that red called? It's like that Moab red. That's almost what it is, basically. And it smells like a Lexus LS430. LS in that time frame with the Lexus. That's what this leather smells like in here. It smells good though. But yeah, I like the mirrors. As I said in the last video, these mirrors are pretty much carryover from 2017, and the new trucks have them too. Now having that 10-speed, I cannot wait to see how it does going up that 6% grade. Like I am, like my heart's racing because I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm serious when I say this. I just drove the standard bed Ford F350 today. Driving this right back to back with this trailer, there is no side-to-side motion. And although that truck did have aftermarket wheels and tires, but this does have Cooper, so it's not the factory ones. But having that longer wheelbase, there's just more stability. Right out of the gate, I could tell. But yeah, this interior was updated. It has a larger screen, and they've done some updated treatments. Like I think this screen is larger too. I already have tow haul mode on, exhaust brake is on, and yeah, this should be a good test for everyone who is kind of having a little bit of anxiety buying a new truck, because you're going to be spending 100 grand for a truck like this, brand new, right out of the gate, easily 100 grand. And they are discounting now, so if you are ordering, they'll definitely give you a discount, but it doesn't help the case. I mean, they're just expensive today. Oh yeah. It's a night and day difference. This truck would get me in trouble. I would think in my head I can go faster, because you don't really feel the trailer back there. Like even when you hit bumps on the road, I don't feel no side-to-side motion. That's why I always say aftermarket wheels and tires do make a difference, especially when you go with a really aggressive offset. But those Toyo tires are amazing. And I didn't mention the stability in that last video. I edited it and I was like, oh wow, I didn't mention that. But yes, this truck's stability is better, but the one that I drove recently, that was the PowerStep from 2019, it was great too. Now the one I did with the 7.3 was a 2021. It had really aggressive offset. It did horrible. It had Kenda tires on them, and I think that even though they say 12 ply, I don't know if they're a true 12 ply because there was definitely a lot of sway. Now today is not windy, it's 91 degrees outside, and it's only gonna probably go down as we go up the grade too. But yeah, this truck tows great. I mean, there's really nothing bad to say about Ford trucks. As I've said in the past, some of you guys think I hate Ford, but I give them accolades and I also talk trash about them too. I will admit, I talk trash about all of them. I don't really care because none of them are paying me. And if they were to pay me, I would tell them, hey, I'm still gonna talk trash about you, so you might want to keep your money. I'm just saying. You know, so yeah, we should be at the grade in probably about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to show you guys some of the RPMs here. And so far we're at 8 MPG, but that number's going to start to go down the closer we get to the grade. In the last video I did, watch how I accelerate around this truck here. You ready? Watch this. Seventh gear. I didn't even feel that 8th gear shift. I didn't even feel it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This test is pretty much over before it even starts. It really is, guys. It's over before it even starts. This truck has crazy power. And to think that there's a high output power stroke now. It's insane. Oh yeah, this truck has ample power. Like, the high output is just for bragging rights. That's all it's for. This truck is more than adequate. Insane. We're at, what, 2,000 RPMs? Give or take? Oh, we just dropped down to 9th. Oh yeah, so at 65 miles an hour, we're probably right around 1,500, just a little bit below maybe. But yeah, this truck, it's a beast, for sure. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pass this Wagoneer in front of me. So actually there's a curve here, but it's okay. I'm just going to get over because they kind of keep speeding up and slowing down. So they're messing with my fuel economy here. So, oh man, never mind. I was going to show you guys just the wide open throttle one last time. But yeah, this truck, it tows really good. So if you're in the market and you don't want a long bed truck but you're going to be towing a lot, just get the long bed truck. I don't like the way they look either. I'm just being honest. I don't like how they look at all. They don't really fit well in garages. Although it would fit in my garage, but it would be so tight. My dually fit in the garage, but it was so tight. And even more tighter because of the wide hips. But yeah, going about 70 miles an hour. I'm going around curves here. There's little to no effort with this truck, guys. It's too easy. Fatigue is not gonna kick in anytime soon. You got a 48-gallon fuel tank, so you can go a little bit further. This truck is just checking all the boxes. My goodness. And the power and the 10-speed? Oh, yes. We are in there right now. It's just insane. I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited. You have no idea. But yeah, we have to take in some of these views here. And yeah, we'll be there very, very soon. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about these tires really quick so you guys can kind of get an idea of the capacity and everything on them. Here are those Cooper tires. These are the Discoverer AT3 XLTs. And they might have put these on early on because they're definitely worn out for sure. And they're not like bad, but they probably have like another, I would say another 15 to 20,000 miles on these. And then as far as the capacities go, they're right here. 3,750 pounds, 80 PSI. And then here's the tire size, LT 275 6520. Another prime example. Every single video I've done so far, you guys get mad at me for slowing down, and I'm telling you. See right there? I'm going 45 miles an hour. It's inevitable sometimes. Sometimes people are going way too slow, and then trucks have to get over to try to pass. This is real world testing, even when I slow down, because it does happen. But yeah, we have no problem getting back up to speed with this bad boy. I have no doubt in my mind. But we're gonna be there really soon, and I will show you guys as we start. For 2022, the PowerStroke had 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque. They went to the 10-speed transmission, and this truck in particular has a 355 rear end. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cars in front of me. This sucks because I really want to be doing wide open throttle. I'm going 55. Let's see. Oh, it just opened up a little bit. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to drop back down because I think I started about right here anyways. Oh, right here. We're in 6th gear. Earlier we were in 7th gear. So this is where the 6-speed stopped at 65 miles an hour. Oh my gosh. This truck is no joke. It's just no joke. The fan just kicked on. I can probably pass here, 75. We're still in 7th gear. Can we get to 80? Can we get to 80? I don't think we can. Oh no, it's saying we can. Oh my gosh. This is insane. 8th gear. Oh man, you guys see that? We're in the broadband right now in 8th gear. Oh, it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. Can it do it? It is right there. Oh man, I don't think it's gonna do it. Cause we're almost to the top. 80, it did it. It did it. Wow. It did it. This is an incredible truck, guys. It did it. And this is not even the high output. Could you imagine the high output doing it? I gotta get my hands on one again. Good job, Ford. You impressed me. Here are the temperatures. Exhaust brake is actually working pretty darn good. And then this is the transmission. I want to say we were at 223 with that 6-speed. But yeah, 225, not bad. I mean, it's only 84 degrees at the top here, but yeah, this truck did great. Now let's check out the outside temperatures. So here's that rear axle. About 175. Yeah, 175. Brakes, 180. Tires, about 112. About 430 degrees out back. EGR. About 300. Yep, 300. And then intake's a little different on this truck. About 150. A lot cooler on this truck for sure. To nobody's surprise, we're pretty much down on fuel economy, but we're probably about a half of an MPG better compared to the 6-speed. So that is pretty interesting. Now, for the rest of this drive, we're gonna be going downhill on this road, so we're gonna pick up at least 1 to 2 MPG for the most part. But let's go ahead and check out this exhaust brake. Let me go ahead and get set up and I'll show you guys everything here. All right, so I'm at about 60 miles an hour. Let me get up to about 65. I wanna get here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my foot off of the gas and see what happens. Now it's in full exhaust brake, okay? Let me just show you guys the speed because that's important. So we're almost going 70 now. Let me tap the brakes. It did drop down to 9th, or it may not have left 9th, honestly. So I'm tapping the brakes. Now I'm pushing the brakes. There it is. 8th gear is holding 8th. Okay. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put the cruise control on. The only thing I don't like about using cruise control with these tests is sometimes the adaptive cruise control will take over. And I don't think that that's fair, because then that uses the brakes. But now I'm gonna drop the speed down. See, it's using the brakes right now. That's why I don't really like to use cruise control. So a lot of people say, you know, it works when you have it in cruise control. It's because it's using the brakes. So it's not really working. It's just using the brakes. I mean, that's not how this works. So I'm gonna put it in automatic. Okay, wow, when I put it in automatic, it dropped down to 6th gear. Now we're still going up in speed. I'm gonna tap the brakes. Let's see if it gets down to 5th gear. Okay, so it did drop down. So it's at least maintaining 64, which is nice. But there's just too many brake cycles on this test for me to say, oh yeah, like this works. It doesn't work. And when I did drop it down into auto, it is working better for sure, but it's not strong. Now the 2023 Plus Ford Super Duties, they're definitely a lot stronger, and they have a gauge that actually shows you that it's working. But yeah, I'm like gaining speed. I am in 7th gear, so it is trying to downshift, but the 6th speed is far superior. Far superior, not even close. But I mean, it is doing something, which is nice, but you're gonna be using the brakes. And if I were to stop the truck and show you guys the temperature of the brakes compared to a Ram, or really any Ram truck, doesn't matter what year you talk about, they all were good. The temperature on the brakes on this truck would be a lot hotter. And as I've said in the past, I love the fact that this truck has the speed. Like, it's awesome. It's pretty insane how fast this truck can go up a 6% grade. When you guys have seen the Chevy Gas LAT barely get to 50. I mean, it lost 10 miles an hour on that drive. And even with the 7.3 liter, it has more horsepower than the gas Chevy, but you know, even that truck, it pretty much got stuck around 60, 63 miles an hour. So it is pretty interesting, you know, for the speed aspect, but what really matters is stopping and having a strong transmission and downshift for you without you having to hit the brakes. That is definitely needed. And I will say Ford has done a better job, but they're still not quite there yet when it comes down to Ram. I turned off the camera too fast. It downshifted from 9th all the way down to 6th without me doing anything. I don't have it on cruise control or anything. And it is dropping the speed. Now, we're pretty much at the end of the grade, but I will give it an extra point, because in the past, I've never been able to get the Fords to be this consistent with the downshifts. And the last one I ever tested was a 2021, so it was a year before this one, and I could never get it to activate. Like, every time, and I was towing 15,000 pounds down the grade with that truck, and it just wouldn't come on. But with this truck, the downshifts are stronger, and using automatic is probably a little bit better than the full exhaust. Now on the 6-speed truck, the auto didn't work at all for me, but the full was the one that was pretty much dropping down the gears, and the exhaust brake was working. But yeah, it's still not quite there yet on this truck, but yeah, it's there. But you're gonna have to put some brake input in there for sure. Here we go. We have a winner. This truck outperformed the 6-speed in every single way. Absolutely amazing. I want to say this truck outperformed the hybrid Power Boost, and well, no, the Duramax 3-liter might have done better for fuel economy, but yeah, this truck is absolutely superior, 100%. It's not even close. The government keeps on throwing emission crap on these diesels and people keep buying them. You know why? Because of what you guys just witnessed. That was absolutely insane. That's why you diesel. Listen to me. That is a big old sail behind this truck. And not only was it able to smack 80 miles an hour, it returned 10.2 MPG. That is absolutely incredible. And I know a lot of guys in the comment section when I did my gas truck reviews with towing, a lot of you guys were like, oh, I can get up to 65 miles an hour, no problem. What's wrong with your truck? Oh, learn how to drive. Listen. Get out your camera and show us what you can actually do. I'm showing you guys exactly what I'm doing. I got a sail back here, and I'm willing to bet you some of those guys who are saying that have open trailer car haulers, and they're just talking trash. But trust me when I say this, that thing right there, that trailer that is, it's a sail, and it really does hold back these trucks. So when I do these tests, it's impressive to see what they can actually do. And this truck did not allow it to hold it back. 80 miles an hour, it's crazy. Now obviously we don't have to go that fast towing, but it's just really cool to see. It's really cool to see this truck perform the way it did. Put a smile on my face. Now the exhaust brake on these years were not that great, but I will give it kudos for at least downshifting at least a couple times. It did do it, and I will say that Ford is definitely one of the best trucks when it comes down to power, and they're still second to Ram on the exhaust brake, but my goodness, the truck performed well. This is one of the best on the market. I've done videos in the past on it, and it really is. Long bed Ford, you get the higher gross fuel weight rating, which gives you a little bit more payload. You get the 48-gallon fuel tank, which makes you go longer. It's truly the best truck, and the stability was amazing. These Cooper tires, I didn't hear any road noise, and there was no sway from the tires. Now granted, it was a long bed, so you have that, you know, advantage, but yes, I'm really impressed with this truck, guys. Really am. So now I gotta find a high output before it gets cold. That's it. And when I do that, you guys will be the first to see it later.